Hey, what is up, Stay Puff Marshmallow Man and Woman? Hey, it's I, the one with the froggy voice, because I still got a cold, Botbender Orange. And you may have seen this guy on one of the shorts, but yo, behold, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It is the Modulators Combiner. Yeah. I love this guy so much. And I recently learned how to use modulators properly. I mean, I've had them for a long time, but they were like an ingredient in the pantry that I just never really knew how to use properly. But now something clicked. I was sick and I was just kind of feverish, and I was going ham on these builds while at home. And something unlocked. Like seriously, because I was able to make a triple airwave fast track and ironwork soon thereafter. And yeah. And so this obviously is the combination of the three, but I am using their mold mates, their repaints, Black Row, and the gents from the Metropolis set, Lunar Works or Ironworks, and Over Air. But I think the colors work well actually, and I think they work better than the standard modulator sets, the original colors. And so I put them together like this. He has this really nice, cool hook arm. Then he has a laser kind of like or pokey arm right there. Nice little toe configuration. Really, really like the shoulders. They're nice and broad and wide. Same thing with like the legs and hips. Yeah, just a lot of really cool things about this guy. And you can see what's really cool is like three layers. Like I don't know if you guys know Albagus. It was like labeled Voltron 3, I believe, where there was like a red guy, a black guy, and a green guy. I don't remember the last guy, but then there were three bots that you could stack them on top of one another, so you can see the first layer, the second layer, the third layer. I think that's really, really, really cool. Yeah, and I'm gonna go over how to make him today. Yeah, I don't believe the mold mates have any type of specific parts to them, so you should be able to make this if you got a standard Airwave Ironworks and Fast Track. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of unique stuff about this dude. And so let's start with the easy bits. And these are the arms over here, right? The shoulders are just made of Fast Track's leg. His feet, you can see these are his feet over here with the knees folded in, and they're just plugged into the torso. And here we have Airwave's legs, and they're just kind of plugged in. There's a hole on the thigh, so you plug that into the peg that protrudes from here. You angle this down, then you have the Ironworks hook, and this being the other Ironworks arm, and this gun, is Ironworks as well. Yeah, and in the front over here we have the one small. So I'm still not used to Lazy Susan. I'm all turning them around. This is the Airwave gun, and that's a little Airwave nubby bit. But let me start taking this guy apart. You can see there's a little piece of paper over here, just because the fit was a little loose. And did I have to put a piece of paper here too? Yeah. That's cool. Just remove that. So this guy over here, there is a peg that protrudes from this bit and it goes down. You are plugging that into Airwave's head, because Airwave has a hole on the back of his head. So we're just gonna yeah. Maybe I could just remove this whole thing. Yeah, okay. Here, let me move this to the side. You see that? So you just have the fast track body with the three layers of the torso, the front part, the middle part, and the back part. The middle part, you just swing the hip connectors back like this. They're not going to do anything. And this front part is plugged into that peg that protrudes from like the belly area. So it's like that. That peg right there is going to plug into the Ironworks head. Like so. Yeah, it's a tight fit. And then those guys are just hanging out down there. Cool. That little hole right there is going to plug into the peg. Dude, I'm burning up right now, actually. I'm super warm. He's going to plug into that peg that protrudes from the top of Ironworks' little shovel bit, right? So let me remove the legs. So this is just a standard Ironworks body. All you've done is, oh, there's a little piece of paper over here. all you've done is just basically splayed the legs out like this, and you're turning it 90 degrees, and then you're plugging that in there like so. And that is what the torso looks like with all the limbs removed. Cool, right? Cool. It's a little overexposed because the white is super bright. All right. Hold up. I got to cough for a second. I'm just going to put this on pause. All right. So the way the leg is made is, so we have the Airwave leg up at the top. Then we have the Ironworks leg plugged all the way down. How do we do this? Yeah, and then we have Fast Track's arm plugged into the front of the knee, because there's a hole there that you plug that in. And this is just, this is just the Fast Track arm. And then on the side of the Fast Track arm, there is a hole on the opposite side of this forearm. And that's where you are plugging in the Ironworks arm. And then you orient it. It's supposed to be like this, but you orient this down so it gives it like stabilization. Then on the Ironworks leg on the underside, you're plugging in one of the Airwave guns. And this, look at that, see? And that's going to be that foundation where everything kind of rests. And you do that for both sides. Once again, Airwave leg, Ironworks, Fast Track arm, Airwave gun, and then Airwave arm on the outside. Yeah, oh, sorry, this one is Airwave's arm. The other one is Ironworks. Yeah, so a little bit of asymmetry, but it's all gravy-davy. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed working on this. This was the first of the new kind of like modulator bots that I was able to, like modulator tech, so to speak. Okay, this is going to be really loose and he might kind of fall down. But this is the new modulator tech, so to speak, that I was able to figure out engineering. It's like a tech tree, like in a video game, you like, oh, I know how to use these types of weapons, or I know how to wield, like I know how to use bronze or iron or whatever. So it was a real satisfying moment for me, because if you follow this channel and you hear me yammer about modulators, I always talk about how difficult they are for me to use. Like I said, it's an ingredient in the pantry that I just don't know how to use. And so to be able to unlock them and to be able to kind of like, I feel like I've made peace with them, or they've allowed me into their space so that I can kind of like build with them. I'm very, very pleased, grateful, humbled, all of that. And it's a beautiful piece. It's a really, really beautiful piece. And so it has a lot of personality to it too, So if you got one Ironworks, Airwave, and Fast Track, you can do this at home, my friend. Okay? Hey, thank you all for continuing to watch, especially if you watch to the end of these videos. I don't say it enough, but I really do appreciate for those of y'all who consume all of the content. It really means a great deal to me, because it's like food. I'm cooking up a bunch of this food, but usually people just kind of take a few bites and they bounce. But you sat down with me, we broke bread, you consumed all of it, we had a good time. I busted out the dessert, just the after meal chat, and we were all good. And so, thank you so much. You're a real one. And you know who I'm talking to out there. Yeah, and if this message speaks to you, it is because it is for you, okay? Thank you so much. I will talk to you all very soon. Bye. Peace.